Hi, this is Gizmo First, and welcome to the second episode of Retro Gaming. If you missed the first, please go and check it out when you finish this, of course. If you're here, it's very likely that you fight like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate. You fight like a cow.
Yes, I am of course talking about Monkey Island, that ever so entertaining franchise rooted in 1990s gaming, made by LucasArts when it was still good, and having a solid following even all these years later. Modern adventure games all have their roots in this series, though some might argue even further back in Maniac Mansion. Monkey Island really brought the point-and-click adventure game into its own, however. Going back further still, the idea came from the original text adventure, where you would be given a description of a room you were in, and a set list of commands could control your character in doing certain things or moving in different directions. It was all very imaginative, but after you'd played a few of them, it got very repetitive. Some clever guy hit upon the idea of making these games visual. One of the first to land for me was Personal Nightmare on the Atari ST and Amiga, a similar idea where you would write in commands, many still left over from the old text adventures, but you would have a graphic representation of what was going on. That game itself deserves an entire video of its own, as it creeped the living daylights out of me when I was younger, and I loved it. The process was further streamlined, however, when LucasArts hit upon the idea of the SCUM interface for Maniac Mansion, and became the staple for all point-and-click adventure games for at least the following decade. Fast forward to Monkey Island then, it turned out to be a very tongue-in-cheek, extremely well written, and when voice acting came along, very well acted. To give some perspective, when games had just found their voice on PlayStation with titles like Resident Evil, which, though a classic in its own right, delivers some of the most wooden and laughable acting ever put to a mic.
Oh my God!
It's awful!
Whoa! This hall is dangerous! There must be a back door somewhere.
This house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
Monkey Island's cast were all well-matched, well-voiced, and fit their situation in-game perfectly.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I'm a mighty pirate.
If you are put off by the pixely graphics, which were at the time groundbreaking, not to worry. A 21st century remaster brings Monkey Island up to date and ready to be enjoyed by gamers young and old. You pick up the tale when your character Guybrush Threepwood, yes, that's a real name, turns up on Melee Island wanting to be a pirate.
I want to be a pirate.
At the behest of some pirate leaders, you engage in 3 trials, which ultimately lead you to meet the love of your life, Elaine Marley. If you are detecting some Pirates of the Caribbean vibes here, you wouldn't be wrong, as both Monkey Island and Pirates credit their inspiration from the same ride, but Monkey Island did it first. I'd go as far to say that the movie creators adapt some of the story beats from the game, Will Turner definitely being the movie's Guybrush Threepwood, Elizabeth clearly Elaine Marley, and Barbossa a copy of the game's antagonist, Chuck. Adventure ensues as you solve mind-bending puzzles which are sometimes logical but often not. They require some outside-of-the-box thinking to resolve. There are a myriad of walkthroughs you can use nowadays, of course, but in doing so, you will lose some of the satisfaction of solving it yourself. Fantastic characters line your path and plot twists abound. There are many callbacks to classic Lucasfilm movies like Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and it never feels like the game is trying too hard to be funny. In short, it's a very relaxing ride. Monkey Island 1 is a classic to be sure, but it was outshone both originally and in the remaster by its sequel, Monkey Island 2, both in storyline and breadth, the latter being the much bigger game. There's any number of ways you can pick it up nowadays. Last I checked, it was on Steam and GOG, and it really doesn't cost the earth, so why not give it a try? This is Gizmo First. Please let me know if you would like some more retro gaming. Thank you for the comments last time, which were generally positive. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.